Morning everyone. So it's day 2 of my Lyke Wake walk adventure. As you can probably see, it's an absolutely beautiful morning. There's not a cloud in the sky, although it's still a little bit chilly. I think it's going to be a shorts day today. I'll still have my jacket on to start with, see how much it warms up later on. Now the Lion Inn, it's in the middle of absolutely nowhere, but I must say it's a very, very nice pub. They got a very good selection of real ales. Had a meal last night, which was very nice, and a fantastic breakfast this morning. Now the Brucey bonus was, in my room last night, I had a bath. So I managed to have a nice soak in the tub. And this morning I'm feeling pretty good. I've got about another 20 miles to do today to get to the finish. I'm led to believe it's not as lumpy, shall we say, as yesterday, but we'll see. Now there is 13 of us in the group. There is only 2 of us that's actually stopped for breakfast. They don't start serving breakfast until 8 o'clock. The rest of the group have taken the option of swapping the breakfast for a packed lunch. And they've set off at about 7 o'clock this morning. Me and my companion, the only 2 of us left, we're going to be setting off about 8:30. They're going to take it nice and steady, the group in front, so we should catch them up at some point. So I'll catch you all later. Right, so from the Lion Inn we've followed the main road for about 1.5 miles and up to this junction here where we are turning right. It's signposted Rosedale Abbey. That's 5 miles away. I don't know how far we'll get or how close we'll get to that. And we're going up over the moors again by the looks of it. I've definitely got the shorts on. Still a little cool breeze at the moment, but so I've got the jacket on, but think the jacket might be coming off soon as well. Right, we've done about 3¼ miles now, and it's all been long roads. We are due to turn off shortly, but come across this. It's called the Millennium Stone, and it's at the entrance to the Danby estate. We'll be turning off the road in a few yards time, and I'll catch you in a bit. Right, just come about 100 yards on from that Millennium Stone, and we turn off the road here, up this path. I don't know if you can make out in the distance over there the Lion Inn. That's where we stopped last night, and we just followed that ridge line all the way around in a big semicircle and come to this point. About 3½ miles in now. Yeah, so we've only come a couple 100 yards up off the road, and it's got quite boggy up round here. Luckily it's been dry for quite some time. I'd hate to think what it's like in the winter. I don't know if you can make out that path sneaking off into the distance where we're heading. Luckily you've got these marker posts, but you basically just follow this stream. It's not too difficult at all, although it is quite boggy in places. And like I say, I'm glad we're doing it in the summer. Well, April time, but it's been dry, so as you'd imagine in the winter you're up to your knees. Yeah, for the last 3 miles it's been pretty relentless. It's just been across open moorland, quite boggy in places, not really anything to film. And then we've come to this mound. I don't know if it's an ancient burial mound or something, but it's in the middle of nowhere. It's not actually marked on the map or anything. It's not got a name that I can find, but still not a cloud in the sky. Just all open moorland round here. Yeah, just a few 100 yards after that mound. Looking on the OS maps, there was actually a sign for a tumulus for it. Don't give it any name or any information though, so I can't help you with that. And we've just come across this road, and we're heading across here. But this pole here says, "Access land, you're welcome to walk here, dogs are not permitted. This access land except on rights of way." Right. Underneath, I don't know if you can make that out, somebody's carved LWW, Lyke Wake. Yeah, we're still going across open moorland after that road, probably come about a mile. I've seen a couple of these stones though, and it's got the letter E and the date 1850 underneath. No idea what that represents or what it's for. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments below. I'd be quite interested to find out. Yeah, a little while after that stone that I showed you, it does get quite boggy again. There's quite a few of these. They're like little dams made out of bales of straw or grass or heather. I presume they've been made by whoever. Oh, I've just gone ankle deep in some mud. I'll not swear. Yeah, to stop erosion or something like that. I presume that's what they're for anyway. Yeah, it's just relentless across this moorland. We've come all the way from over there, still going across moorland, and we've come across one of these stones again. It's a rather large one, this one. I don't know if you can make out. I've got the letter E carved in this one, but the date 1841 now. I think that blue man's just somebody's idea of graffiti. I did see one of these other stones back there that got the date 1860. So they have got different dates on it. I'm presuming that's the date when these stones were actually laid as marker posts. But as I say, let me know in the comments. That's where we're headed over there. Oh, and by the way, when I did that film of that LWW marked in that wooden post just by the road, I did make a deliberate mistake, shall we say. I called it the Lyke Wake walk. That was just to see if you were actually concentrating on the video. It is obviously the Lyke Wake walk, honestly. Yeah, so we're now at the 10-mile point. It's been pretty relentless across that moorland, and I apologise. There hasn't really been much to film, and what little bit I have filmed, I hope I haven't bored you with it. We're going across that moorland for 6.5, nearly 7 miles. We have come to a woodland, as you can see on the left hand side, but I think once we get to the edge of this woodland, we're back out onto the open moorland. We can actually see a large group of people up in front of us, which we think is the rest of our group. So it's taken us sort of halfway along to catch them up. I hope there's something better to film in the second half of today's walk. Yeah, I've come about half a mile from that road now, and we've come down into a ravine. It's quite steep coming down there, a bit tricky. And then we come down into the bottom here, and we've got some stepping stones to go across. Sorry, I don't know the name of the river. I've looked on the map but I can't see a name for it. Unfortunately, what goes down must go up. We're going up over there. Yeah, we're at 18-mile mark. About another 3 miles to do. I'm just coming up to a big stone cross. It's called Lyke Cross on Lyke Howe. Again, there's a couple of tumulus markers on the west maps, so I presume this was an ancient burial mound as well. Yeah, I don't know if you can make that out. Feel free to pause the video if you want to. It says erected about AD 620 over the reputed grave of Lyke, an officer of the court of Edwin, King of Northumbria, who died saving the life of the king. It's believed to be the oldest Christian memorial in the north of England. Obviously then it can go on. At the bottom it says Lyke Cross was reset here in 1962 by 508 Field Squadron Royal Engineers, Territorial Army. I've seen a few of these signs about. It says caution, non-ionising radiation, whatever that means. I hope it doesn't mean I've gone green by the end of this video. I've been tracking today's progress via the OS Maps app, and it says we're at the 21 mile stage. Now, when I planned the route out on OS Maps, it said the total day's hike should be 21.5 miles. It's certainly not going to be that. Quite a bit more to do yet, probably a couple of miles. And it looks like we've got a bit of a killer hill to go up first. We'll see how we get on. Yeah, I don't know if you can make out that radio tower in the distance. It's about another quarter of a mile away. That's the end of our Lyke Wake walk challenge. Yeah, I'm sorry if it's been a bit boring today, but unfortunately all day it's been across open moorland, which is obviously pretty featureless, so there's not a great deal to film. So like I say, I apologise if you found today's video a little bit boring. Now the weather today, it's been glorious sunshine all day, but there has been that bitterly cold wind blowing all day as well. So although I've been in shorts, the jacket stopped on. Now, when I planned the route on OS Maps, it said it was going to be 21.5 miles. I've been following it, as you know, on the OS Maps app. And by the time I get up to that radio tower, it'll have been, or it shows it's been 24 miles we've done. Now that's the end of the Lyke Wake walk, but then we've got another mile to walk down into Ravenscar, where we're getting picked up by a taxi, taken back to our cars at Osmotherley. I don't know how long that's going to take. So in total we'll have done, what, 25 miles today. So in 2 days, we did 22.5 miles yesterday, 25 miles today. You can do the maths, 47.5 miles. So, got some mileage under the belt, and I must admit my legs are feeling it a little bit now. But hey ho, it's been great. Weather's been fantastic. I don't mind that little bitterly cold wind. It keeps you cool. But because of that wind, again, I've not really had a chance to do much drone footage. I have tried a couple of times, and I'll see how it comes out as to whether it goes in the video or not. So that's the end of my Lyke Wake walk adventure. Now what else have I got planned for this year? Well, in May, I'm doing something a little bit different hiking wise. But I'll tell you more about that when I get to it. Then at the end of July, I'm going up to the Ardnamurchan Peninsula in Scotland for 5 nights. We're doing hiking every day up there. And then in September, it's Madeira for a week with this group, the Officially Smashed It Hiking Club. I think there's 13 of us going. And again, we'll be out hiking every day. I'll be doing videos, so if you want to see more of this, feel free to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and share the videos if you want to. I'll probably be doing some more hikes during the summer, local ones out in Derbyshire and stuff like that. But we'll see about that when we get to them. I'd just like to say thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time. Well, I thought I'd finished filming for the day, but there is actually a trig point at the end which I'm going to have to go and bag. There we go. Hopefully that's the end of the filming.